si malungil tuta mergid rogui malungil tuta ramandei ada morsel toksorgid. Lata mo duk morsel toksorgid ra Omengereker Mondays ma tirgagid mla ready makungol ko yung kumlam sang randi mag-open na program lagi kada malmol tuta randi.
Malungit tutaw espide kada marangudal ko nga studio el alt Global Monday. It is the Monday after our ocean conference. Yeah, thank you everybody. Together kul minat mo katyal our ocean conference. Together kul na involved our ministries na involved, Ministry of Justice, Ministry of HRCTV, Ministry of MAFE, Ministry of State, Bekel Ministry na involved Bertero Giril our ocean conference. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause, everybody. We did a job. Well done.
Woo!
Yeah. And of course, I'd like to thank Marcel Omengereker Mondays, Angela, hoster gidra HRCTV, il niya Giru, Kanay, maralong ito talaga ka Giru.
Yeah, marunong ituta, Randy. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. After I think all the anticipation, I get a mga baklel tayo del numerical conference. I think people can finally breathe, recap, and honestly, madi marang sulit real adal ko o mararigi del wasen sa adal ko contribute del mortal conference mata invite tari del may maski da ko ngar a leather cell ay del
I see.
Temela conference. Like
Yeah.
it was a different kind of role, I can say.
Yeah.
It was a different kind of role.
I guess.
Small, either we're operating equipment or in front of the camera, and this time around we were behind the scenes, and I think it also gave us time na sa edel kukora mararora le kukome sa baby facilities will pop up in light of the conference.
I see.
One thing I can say, and I don't know if anybody seen any pictures or if you were there or if you've seen anybody's live feeds, but maraming naswa ka tayo the global village del Ermul Park.
Yeah.
Maraming naswa ka tayo del like the setup, how they had those chairs and tables just out in the middle of the road over there in between the gym in Old Park, especially those little hangover tents.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
And hopefully since namamreka our ocean conference and I'm just throwing this hindi ako nang ako planning na HRCTD makuk PVA hindi ko yung sangan ako planning active but hopefully since yung namamreka our oceans conference sige ako ram na ulmong dim nakal sa night market tel nga say but hopefully it could sa edel ko ram ko gidel ko mugtil gidela a night market yeah.
So I reside in the Silkukungira Erungul Park. It's like the proximity of
in
everything.
central central marada ko rap tokol spill di wall mong
yeah. And it was interesting to see like no plastics, mga bagay blila bento, mga rangklela di babier, and even the vendors that were there at the day market also provided mostly paper products, and it was just it was really nice to see. I wish it was open to the public so that they can also enjoy that with us, but it was for what it was really good. One thing that I was really taken back by or silkoramanlo so walkoramla inspire nga was Randy and next day da gira ko kora ora lomanterwa mutarwa taang and then create something like this, that kind of space, just to see that wide screen go from one end of the gym to the other. It was like being in an IMAX theater.
Yeah, it literally was.
Yeah.
There goes our budget.
It was just nice to see. It's like, okay, as of edel cook, with the right networks, in sab edel cook rulia koramo, like a hall, some kind of situation,
a multimedia hall.
Yeah, where we can have
I think that's what we need.
or we can have like Palawan TED Talks. That's what I kind of, the first
Exactly.
vibe I got was TED
I have
Talks.
a live talk show on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there you go. A
And shout
live
out to
talk
the
show.
production team because just the graphics was on point, and I think how it was like that krungel screen ma kadanga at tiel chim ma krungela ngarela audio, like just the little sound bits
Yeah.
lgora ngara daw bangarang klel sel ngarela daw. It was so soothing. I just felt like
Yeah.
I walked into a giant
And
aquarium.
I gotta give props as well, since you're on that note. Tigil Adabella le parte production team. Yeah,
Nice.
tigil mgiral
Shout
bugil
him
le
out. Shout him
parte
out.
say matigil mgiral bugil no
Mm-hmm.
cameraman Raven. Big
Yep.
shout outs to him. He's
Shout out to
he's gone
Raven.
through a lot as well
Mhm.
as a cameraman, so he's learned so much, and I think that was also a big opportunity for
Yeah.
him and a lot of Palawan kids. So big shout outs to everybody that were part of that production team to get them to hire the Vi
Yeah.
Hargrove to do those other things. So great job, and great job to the whole committee
Yes,
for putting
everybody
that
who
whole thing
had a
together.
hand in it. Like, pat yourselves on the back.
Yeah, there you go. Pat yourself on the back for reals. And then even the closing reception at the Pickrick Palau International Coral Reef
Yes.
Center.
Thank you, Pickrick.
Big
That was
shout out
such an
to
awesome
Mura
night.
Adra Pickrick,
Mhm.
Madirakal Mura Dr. Kolbu
Yes,
for
Dr.
allowing that as
Kolbu.
well to happen. And it was a phenomenal night.
Yes.
Yeah, we had the
By
Bilung
far.
with us, say, ma Lomangela Vice President Tergi, the ma
Mhm.
Dirakal Adala Senate, ma President sa Senate, ma
Mhm.
Dirakal
Governor
Governor
Ayosruddin.
Yosrudim also was there. So
Mhm.
I gotta make a big shout out to everyone, and alam mo sa ilmo magay mo ko yung tukot mo please kita ko lang yung
Yeah.
closing ceremony for everyone. I think we all had quite
It was
a
like,
lot of
yes.
fun
Yes,
because
we
it
had
was
a lot
like
of fun.
end the whole weekend.
Yeah. It was a night,
Finally, ada ko enjoy
a
it.
nice nightcap. Man yung langloy, man nga tala langloy, kamagot.
Yeah.
Especially sa
Tigil
room,
nga
man
nga
nagtokan
mayong.
kakarel. Oy.
Wow.
Kakarel at.
Their
We saw them at
performance was
Relay.
really good.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
also performed at Elilai.
Saw them at
Nice.
Relay on that Friday.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, I want to shout out the people who catered that particular event because um, I never had fish, raw fish in so many different ways. Selwa na ramen ne, like stuck with me was that poke like taco in a wonton chip. I was just like, what?
That's
Like,
what
had, like,
stuck out to you.
those-
Okay, maybe because you didn't try because you don't eat bacon. That's why.
No.
But
The bacon
the
and dates.
bacon,
Yeah. No, we all
bacon
know you
wrapped
wanted some.
dates,
He was like, where's the bacon?
bacon wrapped dates. Wow, I was blown away. And that's actually served at the Lilay, so
Oh,
I'm gonna head
nice.
over there soon.
Yeah, they
Is
also
it
had
like date bombs or
date like
Yeah.
oh my
dates,
god.
and then they wrapped it with bacon, so it was really really good.
like sweet and savory, you would say.
Anything
Mm.
with bacon.
Mal
Bacon
ate.
is bomb.
I say kita ko ra
Yeah.
balance ay gal al asira gram aro or makukuram rokos.
Mm-hmm.
Tira ko balance rin sa
May semle bruschetta on taro bread. Sem kaul
Mm.
blawang, and it was like toasted little. Like I think they made it into a baguette.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Baguette is like get blawang ra Italy ram ngayon. Taliban da are like you can
Smash it.
get hurt if somebody smack
Right.
you with
Well,
one.
we need to stop talking about food because like talking food next to like very healthy people makes them really healthier.
All right. Anyways,
All
ngito
right,
tawing
yes.
single sel otorang rela adan mo nang singi yang rela guester gida el atutaw el niya Whitney Joseph
Yes.
malungit tutawe with
Tutan mo kami ng kulobes.
yeah.
Yes, and he's here for positive vibe. I'm sorry, spotlight, all things
Spotlight.
local. But before we get to that, let's open up with some positive vibes for the week.
Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Yeah,
We need a theme song for positive vibes.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
We'll ask Regner.
Let's get that in
Since
motion.
Regner ako ni last del guester gida.
Yes.
Can they have like an elementary theme? Like a Barney theme? That would be so
Oh,
cool.
okay. There you go.
I have not heard of that in so
I should
long.
wear purple every time that theme comes up.
If you know, you're old. All right. So el tutao selwal palan proverb bergid awas aimad الأذرسي imalaad الأذرسي. Say that again.
Kamlota.
Imad الأذرسي imalaad الأذرسي. So if you put it says if you put out your arm, a man's hand will reach back. The proper spirit of cooperation and mutual aid. So
Okay.
I had an idea. Wasn't kukturang ngarabalul semrang si tiang ngarakora muraw the swim.
I think it's basically ako rawal wase when you help others alam mo no circle dira. Like, and I think that's a very Palawan thing, like, ulo kada kayo nga sir kuya because kada nga lasing
Klein sales.
o kada
Oh,
marulay
suspect.
galwa asyukang mga rangkle la ay ka kada kayo nga sir mo yung may and nga nga dira katara adal milakol wase kada man maasar mo kami or adal belal el nga el bela mo wa 100,000 mga rangkle I mean yang mal it has grown more sige the level and then akmal dira ko marang tial el process matial lomrulek mong ang diakangot albulul adal marungit to ko yan ang nga really I don't know I think it's because I like to mix my religion with my tradition, which is but ako marat mo nga Dios ako milis kita te level
I see.
looti abal tigareng through I got the traditions again.
Yep, that's true.
And it's just really that's what it is ang traditions again wa kamiltila sil botol nga sera adeng baltigareng ang ulmo kada mo nga from ako tulungan ka kita more self tulungan.
And that's also one of the reasons why I mean are homeless or below. Of course nga abul and mal tigil mal abul kalil karatil. And if you really think about it. And of course tigil karara tigil homeless sa mga but tigil kanya lang clear. So it's a really good thing you said that because I really believe in that. Yeah, kung the swag proverb, I feel like it to me it's like pay it forward.
Yeah.
Ano ko sukaw ako nelita tum mo suira atra nelita tuling di marado. So I think to me that's what I felt like it.
Going back to the law of attraction, whatever you put out there you're gonna get, so good or bad. Yeah, kung the swag niya was say like why nga get like kung expectations ra kung ti nga kamay kira kal mga tmok mga nga time kira kal kuk mesayel sabi kuk other sa email like ask for help when I need it instead of just trying to get through it, because like they say two heads are better than one. Maybe you hit a wall and then nga kuk tararolel, but you have to ask for help in order to get to that next point. So moving on to our positive affirmation, it is I am resilient.
I was almost like sorry, but I almost says like I almost said two hands are better than one because tell proverb, but go ahead. Moving on.
We should say four hands maybe because we already have two.
Okay.
Positive affirmation is I am resilient. So in those moments when you feel like you can't continue or you don't see the way, ask for help and you'll get through it. Our motivational quote by Unknown goes something like this: be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. And I think sometimes that's like say the lora sabi like masa pride or like kadal ako ra madaktel wase ata ko tawargid or something and din get the moklorngo that's ko mong get kados pe anges mong reach out and ask for help like tanda mo dingi. And also don't be discouraged at so kumuktal sa ila other set time like maybe adira kal kanya something that they're dealing with that
and til amral amral ungile egiru because ang ako mesenging ang korak talgibal wal common gidar mgigal adal mgigal ngal especially in korak silis barrior al maring tira o korigera toy which is understandable kasi no le omo le relem ending mal ko tulungin sa sum ka dioker at klablung mal korangot at tel question na kaw di mo ker hindi pa mo ngi I'm also kind of like training at tiral ko giral adal me audio media ra ko private media mga klel and it's almost like I'm looking at myself in their shoes,
Back at when you were
ako
there.
ako o mesel gidel sel time na mo away sa maklungede sel suma mo nga ka atak malasen kamral atil nga
I
like
say, take it
kamral
to heart.
makita ngul ang kamral Karen. we're thinking that.
Don't be a Karen or a Keith. Lesson of the day.
Yeah, but ending ang tial el experience el mobile sanggal ata completely the opposite. You're
Yeah.
just saying out of your experience. Let's say sel morut yang tiya kita ulm tiya morut yang. Emerald gira el explain el mora other
Wasan maraun.
ending sometimes ang direct kal other train mangguk tiya al lodang hindi kala lodang li or namo instinct ringi sel so mang murulat to ko
Ay namom na yan sanggiran makarang.
namom na sanggiran makarang masel so mga bulteng tiyo bultel al oklia ada nga sara ka makarang ka kadang mga setya tiya sel omrali tiam tamal ending sometimes singgira direct kal mo patient lang gira adal lumol sa
akani approach ni sa ya ula toro ringi waisay ang leg makarang
yeah dim lang lo ringi mo tiya kita ul maraklen ning mal important tinggal buy mal ngal al bloolo gira question makad mo mdul direct kala sa ngar gira ta mo ringi nya mo ngila communication na tong dide
and it's about the kot makli el morsel para teletelel el lagatongin mo later ito sa dalwase un taang amil karang
yeah I have to tell this story because yaman le katalala a funny story with so tikal buigal kim train tir in wal blel girilo takara posectira wal telaclock tirka dila kal morokuy and then mo de ka batteri ra camera matteru tirang mas amlay emral melme charge battery and then engkal boss atop de dia kamlay mongol di dia kal pelot ensa kal den wartil mol finally nga kapay and apple mesa den wal ko nga obat talobis mak ali asa taka kiri lol taka nga pagi mo makmurtil engkal adal ko na charge battery ko timinal masedora el mo o more say dim lalo ay sang kal adalom kalektal na say ngaraw ulmat tamong matil ka kuk timiral mo lom kal mo par engkal pasensya todo mo sigrapos yapos ako kulkiyo apa kal melt mo ramlay ko ramlay engkal driver kuk timiral lang onda sa say damlal kaya dong kal imong malarapos matil ka kuk paralel mo telmera muktelmira auriar albert masada set ya sel malmem kaskalang kami ngam ko may se ka mo tigiran al luta ta se hal mangarga ang kalta ngarsa akna ka diesel pasyo ya sel malag lol miscommunication lingkal adal dire klam kalmang nagirel korawal and logger and I thought this is it's practical example sa idol sa sumendado again I mean me personally my personality this waka loko rigir engel tara engalam da kadam karang mga clear like yes and sometimes sa kadukura rural kura okurding man ang mal it brings you to a lot of places sa sumo ka dioger aptol tokoy ekmal bebe atamak malasang kamral tuloy dang mal dimdingi karo ko mga clear but it helps when you know a lot of things and when you especially when you understand the whole concept rather than just being
going
directed
blindly in
just being directed to do your job at least the only actual picture makamanda na sa makara progress el mora next level madadim stakara wan al basyo edim complain el gilawan basyo edim ngani linda ka mo kere da mo o modong litya rogil process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good one, kiddo. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yay. Before we move into our hot jobs, and dimna so I'll shout out the tiral baby our viewers na to akra comment section and give.
Yeah.
Nganya Kalani Hawker and was not a Barney theme. Ma Badsel Blesso was it's a hashtag Whitney Day.
Yeah.
And OG 680 says, keep it up, guys.
All right. And then also Daniel Ravalgul on Facebook says, wow, big screen. Maraming leungil.
Yes, it really was.
Wait, was he referencing the Ocean's Conference?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
our screen.
Our screen is really big. It's almost like an IMAX.
All right. So let's move into our hot jobs category. And first and foremost, we have a couple in the, one in the private sector. This is coming from Traveler Palau Selgifsha Malaysia. Iladtam to si team leader, barista,
Ooh.
barista, mix coffees and whatnot. And also a sales associate. You can apply in person at the Travel Palasia shop. It's open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm just going to put those details up on the screen real quick. So yeah, if you guys have, I don't know, maybe you just kadar kamlen mlara munger ulura Starbucks asap kaplar or any coffee shop. Also, if you have managerial experience, ito say the team leader, and if you have cashier or cash handling experience, and sabam check out the sales associate.
Yeah, so mungkukti ka mo tingi malumukukti kam experience tending in some morning ito ko.
You should just try.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes, they're willing to work with you. Past work experience or your interest, and then yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right, and our next job is coming from S-Prep. S-Prep is hold on, I had a printout for it because the job was pretty detailed. It says applicants are invited for the following positions with S-Prep at APIA. So this is APIA Samoa. Maybe you're
S-Prep, South Pacific.
Secretariat of the Pacific.
Okay.
Sorry, Secretariat of the
Those with you on
Pacific
South
Regional Environment Programs. Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Program.
Programs. Okay.
Yes, so it's a out of the country job. Like I said, like a change of scenery. This might be the job for you.
Oh my God, I love Samoa.
Samoa's beautiful.
Samoa.
Beautiful.
I've seen it on Google Maps.
And
Beautiful.
And you've been?
But Apia Samoa. I've been
Yeah,
to Apia
Apia
Samoa.
Samoa.
It was amazing. And they drive on the left side. They drive
Wait,
on
is
the
this
other side.
American Samoa or Samoa?
Samoa. Yeah.
Samoa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, because it's Pago Pago. That's American Samoa.
Yeah, that's American
Mhm.
Samoa.
So it says the Secretariat has exciting and challenging opportunities for qualified professionals who are interested to be part of one of the world's leading regional environmental organizations based in Apia, Samoa, with about 100 staff recruited from around the world. A couple of job vacancies under waste management and pollution control includes monitoring and evaluation specialist, senior project officer, and communications and stakeholders engagement officer. And applications close Friday, April 22nd. I think that's this week. And if you want more information, you can visit their website, sprep.org/career opportunities, or you can try calling them at 685-219-29 extension 325, or you can email Roger Warren at rogerw@sprep.org. And I have the details at the bottom of the screen.
All right.
All right. So moving on to some government jobs here in Palau. This is local. Core State Legislature is looking for an assistant legal counsel Annual salary is 40,000. Location is the John C. Gibbons Building, Core State Capital, and it's a 2-year renewable contract. Employee benefits include $900 housing allowance, sick leave, annual leave, a vehicle, 50% copay for cell phone plan, and medical insurance. Applicant Applicants can send a direct or can send by a direct email a cover letter and resume to M Isaac 48. That's MISACK 488. Sorry, not 48, 488 at gmail.com or LEGIS at corestategovernment.com. And you can also mail it to PO Box 116 ROP 96940. So that is Core State.
And like I really hope, I'm not being prejudiced or anything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I really hope Pangarabela would apply for that position,
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah. Ay legal position Salma there's still
Normally we
other
get,
bela oo
it's
normally
Mhm.
hindi nakakarmal
it's
other
someone
bela.
we get from outside, and then
Yeah.
I really hope,
Mhm.
I see a lot of young Palauans these days with
Mhm.
law degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really good opportunity.
And we have a job opportunity from the PAN Fund. It says detailed position descriptions and an application form is available at their website palaupanfund.org, or can be picked up at their office located at the second floor of the Tami E. Mangosao building at PICRC. Issue date is March 24 to April 22nd, which is this week, if I'm not mistaken. So they're looking for a project coordinator for the PAN Fund. So if you're
Wow.
interested, go ahead and check them out.
Wow, okay.
And let's just take a moment to see some of these comments popping up. Jamalin Bitalal says, "Hello, Wit."
Hi.
All right. So another government opportunity is coming from the Office of the Governor of SR State. It's a request for proposal for lease subdivision phase 2, secondary access gravel road located in Simisu area. You can submit your request to SR State Liaison Office at the old OEK building in Matalai, Koror from April 12 or between April 12 and April 26 of this month. Office hours is 8 to 4:30 p.m. directed to the attention of Mr. Chubby Mai, the executive officer, or Morlin Naruo, the procurement officer. And two more for you. We have the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Finance has an invitation for bid up, and you can contact the Chief of Property and Supply Division. They're soliciting proposals from interested businesses or companies to supply instructional materials and social studies textbooks for ROP. You can contact Charnel D. Sumang, Chief of Property and Supply Division, at 767-2552, or email Charnel at charnels@palaugov.org. I have her contacts at the bottom of the screen as well. And lastly, we have the Bureau of Human Resources. So the public is hereby informed that the Bureau of Human Resources of the Government of Palau will be soliciting and accepting sealed bids and proposals from interested businesses or qualified individuals and agencies to assist the Ministry of Education in providing student information. So if you want some more details about that, you can contact Bureau of Human Resource by calling 767-2415 or emailing hr@palaugov.org. All right. I thought it would take me a little longer to get all of those out. But yeah, those are our hot jobs. And like we've said before, if you guys have, some min mom tingin kira la especially the government ones. And sa Mora Ministry of HRCTD.pw. You can also email info@ministry of HRCTD.pw or call 488-6600. And any of the private ones or the out of country jobs that you've heard on the show, you can also contact me directly on my Facebook, Kiru Nicole Kanai, or you can email me at kirukanai680 at gmail if you want some more details about this. And also, so other private sector, you're an employer and you want to get your job vacancies on the show, reach out to us and we can get you on the show and announce those positions for you. Which brings me to our next segment, Spotlight,
Spotlights.
all things local. And it's interesting because sa askar witnin me join our show, ak na reach out den morning girel tel kombali ra family ningi tel VMJ construction because I'm learning job vacancies available that were forwarded to me by Minister Matul. And so I was like, yeah, I can definitely reach out. And then that same week, hindi mo da kaya the lurior. But uh, I'll let you do the rest of the explaining. But what's interesting is Whitney has a startup for consulting, business consulting. And so, yeah, why don't you give us a brief for people? Gukta ka labang alakaw, gukta lesakaw, and sabi mo kurati o tangklem. Mas kama brief background, wasing Camille Karang or Kulurere Magarang, and that led you up to this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ang kakawit ni General at Joseph, yak na ligala ang General at Joseph, ma'am ni Ol Ete Victor Miner Joseph, nga kabuy ka Blue Runner, talula, Malday Heart. And so, nga na-move mo ba 2020 for some unfortunate events, and I decided to move back home. And throughout my career, I've always been in like service industries, and so I started working at a franchise restaurant, which is a very popular franchise restaurant, which is TGI
TGIF,
Yeah.
Fridays, right?
TGI Fridays.
And so I've worked with TGI Fridays, Karakwam for I believe 2007 or 8, one of those years. And so I started out as a restaurant server. We call them dub-dubs.
Dub-dubs.
Yeah, so because like when you initial waiter waitress, it's WW, so it's dub-dubs.
Double W.
Yeah, so they call them dub-dubs. So I started as a server, and I was terrified. I've never waitered. I've never served anything, and so that was my first experience, and it was like my first and only experience for the next couple of years until I figured out that it was something that I was very good at. And so I've worked for different kinds of restaurants. So TGI Fridays was my first. Hard Rock Cafe. I opened Churrasco Brazilian Barbecue with one of my former bosses.
Wow, really?
I've opened Proa Restaurant, which is a very famous Guam infusion restaurant. Pro Restaurant in Aganya.
Yeah, Proa.
Yeah, so I've worked with a lot of restaurants, and so customer service has always it's kind of like my thing, and it's something that it's my bread and butter. And then once upon a time, I kind of like was like, what, let me just get me a part-time job. And so I took a part-time gig as a cashier at a gas station. And then fast forward, it was something that was also there. So I kind of like rose through the ranks
at the gas station.
as the gas station, and so I became a retail manager at one point in my life, and so when I moved to Palau, I went from retail to travel retail, which is like duty free. And it's good when you mentioned travelers, because I was
the
in
same.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went from travel retail, and now I'm in commercial.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. And so all of these experiences kind of like gave me like the opportunity to to be able to be like, okay, you know what? I am confident in my abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and I know 100% that whatever that I will assist in
Mm-mm.
will be gold, and that's how confident I am in it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I created Level Up Consulting, and that's it correlates to everything that I've been through,
Mm-hmm.
all the things that I've done, and that's how Level Up Consulting was made.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because she was talking about our Palag proverb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Level Up Consulting wasn't. I didn't create it because I wanted to be rich, or I wanted, to be like really successful in business consulting. No, it was created because I wanted to help the people in Palau.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, not I'm not being big headed, or I'm not saying anything bad, but a very good example, right? The restaurant industry in Palau can be one of the most successful businesses in Palau,
I
Mm-hmm.
see.
but good food is not just gonna get you
Mm-hmm.
anywhere,
Yeah.
Good
you
food and a
know.
great attitude.
Right, exactly, and
Mahal ba to? Kaya
exactly,
I'll improve or
exactly, and so I created Level Up based on that. The reason why it's called Level Up
uh,
is because you're gonna level up your service.
I
I
That's where
like
say,
it's
yeah.
called
it.
Level Up.
Yeah,
So uh, on my business card, which I'm so sorry to bring it,
it's
and on
okay.
the bottom of my business card it says Level Up Your Players.
I
Mm.
say.
So once we go through, so how my business goes is, consultants get paid like minimum consultants get paid like $43 and above per
Mm-hmm.
hour. And so how I go is I don't charge like that. That's ridiculous.
I
So
say.
a lot of consultants will probably see my charges and be like, "What? How are you even still in business?"
Mm-hmm.
So my charges are basically just there just to help kind of like run the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the workshops that I do, it's not just you sit down and read a PowerPoint or watch a
Mm-hmm.
PowerPoint. No, I'm going to give you a show. And so my workshops are basically contains data from your business, and I'm gonna teach you how to read your own data.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have some fun in there, some role playing. I'm gonna show you some theories,
Mm-hmm.
and then the most important part about what Level Up does, it in business, the most important part of your business is your P&L. And if you
Harap
don't,
PML.
so P&L is profit and
Probably.
loss.
Profit
And
and
so if
loss.
you don't know if you don't know what a P&L is,
Uh-uh.
then there's no chance for you to grow your
I
business.
I
say.
see.
And so Level Up gives you that basics.
Mm-hmm.
I have also some, you know, uh, depending on what kind of business you're doing. So I
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
can do retail services,
Mm-hmm.
travel retail. I can do restaurant businesses, and I can also do petroleum.
Nice. Well,
Right.
yeah.
So, I don't just surround myself with just what I know, but I also branch out. And a lot of my services is just dedicated just to help
Mm-hmm.
the people of Palau,
Yeah.
Very
right?
much needed. Yeah.
Right. And then, one thing I would like to add on, right? If you go to Guam or anywhere outside of Palau, and a business owner knows a Palauan, they will tell you Palauans are the hardest working people they've
Yep.
ever met. You
I
know,
say.
Mm-hmm.
and it's so funny because when
Dil
you go,
amal malak tokoy.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sel operai krel belaw. Other bela pa amral mrala ised el
Yep.
hotel
right,
el
Madu
madu
Rio.
loriore
Yeah.
mering loriore.
Mila
Oh
attitude.
right. That's
yeah.
exactly true.
I want to just interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead.
Yes, I say yes, that statement is true because even sa Blogorani, it came to a point where I was also managing the three locations, and one of the things my boss was asking me, because it was just like the work was hard, so the turnover was pretty quick.
Yeah.
We'll hold an employee for about 1 or 2 months. If they can't hang, like, we either part ways or they just don't show up. And yes, namadakar other bela will sabay man hard tier
Okay.
makumas ang each location or the nga other bela ning like kamamaka him like, you know what, ere like at sum satman mo to other bela kung mo ka other me over, like it's yes, we work hard, but I think also too when we get
When
too
we're comfortable,
comfortable, yeah.
right?
I say.
So there has to be that level of
Right.
accountability
Exactly.
still.
That's exactly
And
true.
Mm-hmm.
ako na sa tilagi daw ulmang mangkurakloa ay silgira ada belang nga
Mhm.
selbelaw
Mm.
is kisa kata mal comfort.
What I say?
You know kata nga nakren set kata nga nakaplit
What I say?
Mhm.
kata nga napilwat makata kura amal mo comfort.
But we
Ending.
should level up whether we're off island or
Or
at
on
home.
island.
Yeah, nga
Yeah.
ka umanang dira kalwa
Yeah.
say mal bato ka potential ada belaw.
Yeah.
Mal
We just gotta tap
glow
in.
potential
Low
so
potential na other
oo
belaw.
so mal gira del mo
Right.
blakar ngude mo makloro ngude sa
What I
leya
say?
gira del mo makloro ngude.
And so, and the reason why I bring that up is that Sirakar Belawe,
Oo.
I would have never imagined I'll be doing the things that I'm doing.
Right.
Like, because I was so worried about people's opinion
Mhm.
about me and stuff like that it kind of held me back. And I'm telling you, like, once I'm just thinking, this is my mentality. If
Yeah.
we loosen the reins on our people, can you imagine what gold they'll discover?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just give them a
yeah,
chance or
exactly.
sa te alila adal ko approval wasang rasib il contribute the
Right. And
mortel.
so the whole concept of level up was like, okay, if I bring what I've learned throughout my 10 plus years of all the kinds of industry
Yes.
and bring it home and
Yes.
teach my Palau, the young Palauans,
Mhm.
Mhm.
can you imagine like what other developments they will be able
Yeah.
to run away
Yes.
with?
I think that
Yes.
feels more rewarding than
Right.
than just being out there and just using your talents for what
Mhm.
you're out there. And
Yep.
agi dira kalmasado nga ma agi sa mo nga na say sel nga outside kada maral mo plaka mo lurior hindi kada maral hindi nga na imo lurior mo mrege
Mhm.
hindi sel nga belang tagi beklot
Can
te elle
move
mo
around.
I say,
mo ta abtokol bek padanya lurior
Yes.
mang mal الجيرة دي ذا البايرو كويلا
I
هذا
see.
بيلاو
Yep.
جدل دي ذا البارا تقول تيang ما تقول أنا نقلل
Mhm.
جدل دي ذا البانيرو كل كذا
We wear
يقدر
different
الفلوة
hats.
يا
Like
right.
كذا
cook sel oporang ara yung take the cook sa emringil like like
yeah
even rola la shuga. Everybody has a
I
particular
see.
duty and whatnot.
yeah
So
And I
um
think I think I think it's just that comfortability sa nakarbelaw.
mhm.
Nakaralang aklit, mabutatabi na ka na, kanya mami, papa, malu,
Mhm.
uh-uh.
mabutatabi na ka na, kanya please.
Mhm.
And I think that's where I feel like it's centered around that.
Mhm.
So people kind of like,
yeah
and then I'll try harder next time.
Yeah.
I see
And then it kind of gets pushed. But I'm
hindi
telling
maral
you,
akmal mesatil al kukam really with en kas nga ka kukti remember ka ra kukta nga ayu chi mo ko nya ka pura TGIF like and it was your first job and then akmlo yak lang sa singkang galwitning mil kanang and
right.
then akuk nga belawe akuk diga brul witnil el mermangal nga na el manager
I feel
if
IPN.
IPNE like
Yep.
I was like halet yang mil kanam na TGIF
right.
TGI Friday
Yeah.
silmora at yang the how
It's all
you
the time in
and
between.
ere
Yeah.
ngigel blakadeng al mulsis
Mhm.
bertialurior ngani
Right.
Yep.
ratichi IF al
Mhm.
milgurulitial al experience kal mol so is bertiale kya station aling kya station
As a part-time.
oh
Yeah.
part time
And
dim la kamam da suk
graveyard.
To
mutya
retail
yamen
manager,
by
Right.
dim
yeah.
la kamam da suk mutya yamen al
Right.
Mhm.
yang by mugurula experience kal molut ka pa na amo meredra at kya station tial
Yeah.
kumbali lol supla ng kya station
see.
so
Can you share
that
like
till amal clo to telelo ng other dire
can you share how you ended up at IPNE? Because when right before I came, you had just quit doing elementary
Right. And so that's also
instructor.
one of my passions. I really love teaching. So shout out to my salty squad, my
Yee.
first and last
yeah
8th grade students that are alone inventory.
Go Salty Squad.
They really burned a passion in me in teaching, and I really love teaching because of them. And it's unfortunate I had to leave teaching,
Mm-hmm.
just because how our proverb, it always ties back to this proverb, right?
Yeah.
So I've been working with IPNE for so long, and,
Mm-hmm.
and so when my father passed away in December 2019, I came to the funeral and then decided to move back home because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? So me and the siblings, we all talked and we moved back home.
Mm-hmm.
And so I worked at back then DFS,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided to resign because no my schedule with my mom is kind of off. Like I would go in the morning, and sometimes I don't come late at night. So it kind of defeated the purpose of me,
Being
being with
here.
my mom.
Mm.
So I wanted to resign, so I resigned, and I guess I was on leave for a year because I got into teaching. I got into teaching, and fast forward into teaching. Um a knock on my door comes over, and I've owed them so much for the years that they took care of me in Guam
As
at
IPNE.
IPNE. So I couldn't say no.
I see.
So I without a doubt
I
took
mean,
it.
and it's an opportunity to bail out.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get to do what you know the
And
best.
Yeah.
المرورين تقوي
exactly.
المرورين بالوام.
Why say which is
That's like
was
plus.
wait,
Yeah.
Til asel got
Yeah.
ako nasa til ay git sel got lo rang nga tol other belaw el nga tel belaw. Kasi ulgo man sa bin mrur say كده لو got el blabol madu ringit toy ra el sala belurin. En mar arbek other ko nga upset kay كده nga tel nga duran el message el mail direct el
Wednesday.
was TGIF ma direct el maliska mang direct el message el was classmates. But
shout out to class of 06ers.
yeah, these are tira other belal direct
But we
nga
can.
outside.
Yeah.
Overall sorry like I get the opportunities nga sel belaw so mal kida el mobla kanung del mo like I get the opportunities nga belal mo sa adal nga outside.
I would say
Mo
trust the
may.
process. Trust the process, and just if you have an idea, wasing take the akmadu ni so ni, just trust the process. It's
Right.
something related to what you're doing, and I can definitely say that everything that's happened to me so far since I moved back has been a blessing. Even just us working together is
Why
like stuff you
say?
speak into existence,
Right.
and
Yeah.
here we are now.
And so I'm gonna quote a certain yellow friend here, who once upon a time when she first came back, and this is something that she said to me that was like really opened my eyes, right? Because not a lot of people here in Palau take Palau for granted, and I quote her. She goes, "Money is everywhere."
Mm.
Right? So there is no way for you الجغل الآن المران mga ذو MCC up of the game kailangan sabihin الأذلية Omengereker, like because literally like I'm looking out that window and I'm like, okay, those grass needs to be cut. Okay, we need to call
Yeah,
back
quality
then, right?
landscape.
Quality landscape, because that's money right there. Car washer, my car needs I need to wash my car, like so. There's
And
so
there
much
is no
opportunity.
drive-through car wash.
Right.
Like it's like not. It's like you don't even have to think. Hindi nga
So
gas
there's
station.
so much opportunities.
Ya kan tira mo temle katagal. Kaya mo tanir ka bilam na kumaya.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Figure
yeah,
of
yeah.
speech.
Mal bato ka ngil te alel mal bato ka te alel kaya kita
Yes.
direct kal dito.
And we're waiting for y'all.
Kadumran mo asar mo dai di sa te alel ngar belaw.
Yeah.
Bayar mo tong korang song sa imangrang like.
Oh, yeah. Ada ko na sis. Hindi ang mal da ka te alel belaw. Sa libor belang mal da ka te al, but man.
You just gotta place yourself.
Coming to
in
you
the-
live here at EPFM Ego Paradise.
Ang bato ka te
Other bela nga outside the sing maral but to kate aler bela mlug tel me. All right.
So how can people, approach you, or how do they go about, booking some consulting services with you?
Yeah, so you guys can actually call me on my cell phones, 775-2986.
You got it on the screen.
Yeah, or you can reach my website, which is www.mylvl.up.up.com. And my website's there. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, we'll have some what do you call this? Contact me section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
And
right.
is there anything you want to say, shout out, or any last words
A
to
message
anybody?
Yes.
Who maybe
sorry-
want to
sorry
come
sa brand,
home,
yeah.
or also who are just looking for their first job.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to all those people who want to make something of themselves, Palau is a gold mine. You know, come back
Yes.
home and make something of yourself.
Mhm.
Bring your experience, bring your knowledge, bring all your work ethics,
Mhm.
and make something of yourself here. You know, to cook the botigan ako na brothers, you know, di par na apply. Ano ko, you can make a business, create one. Kile Kwal,
Mhm.
he was
Quality landscape.
he was a very good
Yeah.
example of that. You know,
Exactly.
Tough times
right.
birth that type of business, and
I'm not saying that education is not good, but I mean if
there's
it's not
different
for
ways.
you,
Yeah.
if it's not for you, then make something of yourself with the skills that you have.
Yeah. Different strokes.
Right.
His name just went really well with that business. Quality
Yes.
I
landscape.
know it could have
I'm waiting for a counselor. I mean a principal Ibu to come up with tetas ultra tet. All right.
And so
Yeah.
so I mean that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And
Thank you. Thank you.
work hard,
Ma'am
guys.
Sulang Rateme me Whitney. And yeah, I mean, keep on leveling up. And honestly, I also feel leveled up after this particular talk show. So I'm excited. And I just want to say shout out to all the viewers. And also to Dana, she said that's so true. We should educate our people about running a business,
Duran.
oh, sorry.
That's Duran.
Oh! I just saw the middle name. Dana says 2007 was the last time I was home, and now family back home are telling me that there are so many non-Palawan businesses. So yes, come out here, join our private sector. There's only about 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 businesses in the private sector.
Ayun na malis ka kasi. Now I want to come home.
Gaume!
All right, I think we're running out of time.
Yes,
Thank you so much. With nos eman ko metalurgy the tagi el shorgi the Omengereker Mondays. And does that
Thank
wrap
you.
up our
Yep, and that's a wrap.
That's a wrap for our Omengereker
Have a
Mondays.
beautiful week, guys.
Yeah, tiyangan nila pel Monday 9 a.m. So please tune in every Monday. We got a new guest here with us helping us. Maraming gila I guess tagi the gelo get sellable spotlight and the since with the kalgimo yung let's join at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So that's also something that you guys can do as well. Join the show. So and if you want to be a sit-in audience, you are more than welcome to join us as well. So.
Oh, cool.
All right.
We're COVID free.
Yeah, we're COVID free. Magiging ako no Untitled Chapter lobang kami. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to our viewers as well outside the look. So leave a comment. And that's it for now. Back
See you next week.
Back to you, Spy.
Okay, tell du ring seringi Omengereker Mondays